Touchdowns all day, touchdowns all night.
Sometimes in the afternoon.
Touchdowns all day, touchdowns all night. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Touchdowns all day. Oh, whoa. Whoa. Yeah. What's up, everybody?
Welcome back to Touchdowns All Day. I'm your host, Max Dawson, and with me, as always, John Barber.
We're in, folks.
We're in. It's been a minute.
Touchdowns all day and all night. All day and all night.
All day, all night.
All day.
7 days a week, except for the couple of weeks that we haven't done this, that we took off.
I mean, look, you can't do this every single week, but you could try. You can try, and we are trying.
We definitely tried. I want to start out by thanking our friend Dave Cole for the beautiful artwork that he shared with us, the Beavis and Butthead themed poster. Thank you, Dave.
Thanks, Dave.
And Barber, it's been a minute. I feel like this is the longest I've gone without talking to you in ages. I've missed you.
I miss you too, buddy. It has been too long. And there are just too many shows. Like, we're overbooking the shows and we're underbooking this amazing show.
Yes. The
Potentially
Disco
the greatest
Biscuits
show.
are becoming a distraction to Touchdowns All Day.
That's right.
We're going to need to work on that.
You know, there's just only so many hours in a day, unfortunately, and it's just the way that it is. The Mother Nature, she makes the rules, and that rule is hard for us because we're very active. We're active people.
We are. And by Mother Nature, do you mean Lisa and Avery?
Nah, I mean like the globe itself. Like the Earth doesn't have to spin like that all the time.
I know.
You know?
It's exhausting.
But it does because we're just like, you know, mites on the surface of whatever this rock is. We're not even people. We're just like little things. It doesn't even matter.
Organisms.
10,000 years ago, everything and everybody didn't even exist yet.
I know.
Not even time. It's not even time.
It's amazing how long it took for us to get here and how quickly we've thrown it all away.
I know. And the James Webb Space Telescope found a planet shaped like a soft pretzel. So...
Wow.
Yes. Us Philly people have a place to go in case the world blows out.
I was not aware of that. Yeah. Sounds delicious.
Yeah, it's good. You can watch us through your telescope. You're not like a Philly person, so you won't want to be on a planet made out of soft pretzel, right? That'd be crazy.
No, definitely not. We don't do carbs. We don't do carbs out here, Barbara.
Why would you want that? Yeah.
Do you have a gluten-free version of that?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the Between the Trees tour is behind us. You've had a little moment to decompress. How have you been enjoying your time off?
A lot of family time, of course. I'm sleeping. I'm still sleeping. I don't know what it is. I'm trying to tie together enough hours, but I got to wake up at like 7:30 in the morning and get this kid to school. And it's just, my schedule is nuts. It's like I'm up till 3 a.m. I wake up at 7:30. I go back to sleep whenever I can.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Life is a whirlwind. But I've only been home for a week. And, you know, it usually takes a week anyways. I mean, thank God. At least I don't have like COVID or anything like that.
Oof. Yes. No wook flu for you.
Yeah. No wook flu.
The final week of the tour, you were very busy. You had the show in Buena Vista. Then you did Ophelia's with Magner. Barbara Magner, mostly acoustic. Then 3 nights at the Mish.
Yep. 15 shows in 19 days, folks. 15 shows strong. In 19 days. That's starting, ending. That's everything strong.
Yes.
15 shows in 19 days is crazy. It's crazy.
I think stuff. You guys need to get like an RFK style doctor on the road with you who could get you with like TRT, could get you with like the B vitamin injections, because you guys are really pushing yourselves hard at this point.
I mean, what they send us out there, and they're trying to do two different things, and I commend them for doing a good job of both. Is they're trying to get us out there playing a lot of shows because we're hot,
Yes.
and yet they're also trying to like consolidate my home time with my new baby. So
Yes.
it's a tightrope walk, and I feel like they're doing an excellent job of that, considering it's not easy to do. And I don't know, it just feels like 15 shows in 19 days was a lot. It was kind of my fault. I didn't need to book that acoustic show. I could have taken that night off, but
Yeah.
still.
Now
I
I
thought
can't see myself. Can you
I
hear
can
me?
see. I can hear you great. I mean, look, did Ardmore need to be 6 days in a row? Was that a mistake? Like, could Ardmore have been like 3 days and then 3 days? This would be a great podcast. It's just like me talking to y'all directly. I'll just read the comments and I'll talk to everybody. All right, let's cue the medical advice part. Nothing I say on this podcast is wrong, but also it's not medical advice. Unfreeze Max. So how is everybody anyways? Have you been what have you been doing on the road? What's everybody been doing? What's everybody been doing since you got home? I know a lot of people went out to see other bands after the Biscuit tour. And I'm cool with that. I'm not upset or anything. I don't think about that and say well, maybe they're not a real fan. I don't think that kind of stuff. I think, it's good. They're out listening to other music, probably pre-recorded. And they're listening to pre-recorded jams. They're listening to somebody like stand next to a laptop and press play on something pre-recorded, and that's cool. That's good. I'm glad you're doing that. I'm glad people are doing that. It's a hot thing. Like, I have this show at the Strange Soirée in 2 or 3 weeks, and I have the option to just press play, leave. You know what I mean? Walk in, press play, and just and I'll wear like a hat or something, and then I'll wear a hat, and then I'll just put somebody else in the hat and put them on stage, like a marshmallow hat or something, or a dead mouse hat. Oh, wow. Hey.
Okay.
What's going on?
You've been on this whole time?
Yeah, I'm just talking to the people, dude. I'm communicating with the people. Yeah, you
okay,
are,
good.
I don't know what you're doing. You're just
I have no idea
showering
what I'm doing
or something. Are you showering? Are you getting ready?
I'm just sitting here pushing buttons.
Did you finally get your invite for Australian Survivor? Is that what happened? So now you're out the door, like we're never going to see you again.
Someone was at the door, the postman. I thought it maybe was that, but it was actually just an Amazon package. It was some multi-purpose spray to clean the countertops. I have no idea what's going on.
Another back scratcher. By the way, none of those multi-purpose sprays work. Just keep
nothing
in mind.
works.
Keep it focused.
Works.
If you're not using the stuff that smells like airplane glue, you're not really cleaning anything. You're just pushing.
Yeah,
it's moving dirt around. And the hand sanitizer is that's bullshit.
You have a choice. You either can be clean or you can live a long, healthy life. Like, if you want their house to be clean, you have to use a toxic chemical.
Right. I totally agree with that statement. The 7th generation cleaning supplies never cleaned a thing in their whole life. I mean, but if you live in a tree, in a fully sustainable, you live in a tree with Keebler elves or something, you don't need to clean anything anyways. It's all worms and then dirt and leaves anyways. What are you cleaning?
I mean, and you've just described Topanga.
Nobody ever, there was never a shower scene in any of those Keebler elf commercials. You know what I mean?
It was disgusting.
I don't think they have a shower, the Keebler elves.
And there's 45 of them living in that one little tree.
Yeah, one tree. I mean, clearly there's no bathroom. It's all beds. They don't need to clean.
Fabuloso. I went my entire life.
I've heard that before.
That Fabuloso gives you migraines?
I mean, there's crazy shit in Fabuloso. Elves? But if you want to clean something, Fabuloso's top 10, definitely.
That's why the cleaning ladies love Fabuloso.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Anyways, we've gotten way off track. I apologize in advance if technical difficulties take me out again. I have no idea where I was or how I got
live in
back.
a tree. Are you still in Topanga? Are you
I'm
still there?
in Topanga. I'm still in the house with all the Keebler elves.
Have they outlawed the internet in California yet? That's like the next move for California is to just completely outlaw the internet and all cars. That's the next
gluten
next
and
moves.
No Wi-Fi.
No gluten, no straws, no gluten, no internet, and everybody's got to take a bicycle everywhere.
It's also no autumn, John. I don't know if you remember these wonderful days in late September. It's 100 degrees here today in Topanga.
Oh, that's pretty great.
Yeah, it's just like miserably hot. You can't go outside.
Yeah.
Garbage rotting on the curb. But yet we are here with you, and we've got lots of stuff to talk about. I don't know, John, did you talk about on September 26th the strange soiree?
I mentioned it. We're going to, I got a show planned. It's going to be very dancey. It's going to be very good. And, but I was just talking to the fans about how it's a different type of show and, what could happen. What could happen.
Yeah. Well, catch me up because September 26th, Morgan Creek Farms, Quakertown, Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Now, I don't know where Quakertown is. Is that easy drive from Philadelphia?
It is an hour north of Philly. Hour northwest. You leave Philly, go about an hour northwest. This way, it's right there. It might even be closer than that by a little bit. It's a little bit of a drive. I wouldn't take a bicycle, but drive a car. You could probably Uber it, and then, it is what it is. It could be great, like outdoor. It's the kind of party that people wish we would play all the time. Like, there's an outdoor stage, there's bands, there's indoor stage, there's DJs, there's lights. It's on a great property. There's gonna be a lot of people there. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be really fun. It's a whole weekend thing, too.
Yes. And the lineup is pretty great. In addition to you and Ben Atkind doing your Barber and Ben, or Baba G and Ben, do we have a name yet? Is it still Baba G?
This is maybe the last Baba G show, I think. Maybe the last one.
Well, there you go. There's all the more reason to go out to say, I was at the last Baba G show.
Yeah.
DJ Brownie.
Oh, yeah. And then also the sponsor of our podcast, Kleckner's, who apparently, did I tell you?
No.
Dude, somebody showed up to Kleckner's to get the free tickets and buy the appliances. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Somebody actually showed up to do it, which is so great.
Wow.
Yeah, it's about time. Y'all need more appliances. Go to Kleckner's up in
yes,
town.
Go check out Steven at Kleckner's.
Yeah.
So Solar Circuit is playing. DJ Brownie, DJ Greenie.
Which is Greenfield from Lotus. Greenfield from Lotus is DJ Greenie.
Haley Jane Band. Muscle
Haley
Tough.
Jane Band is hot. Muscle
Keith
Tough
Allen
is fun.
Circus. Quay. Disco Wolf.
Quay,
and
right?
More.
Yeah, Quay's big band. Yeah, there's so many great bands that are playing, and it's just gonna be a fun hang, and all these bands are cool. Everybody gets along. It's gonna be a great time. Backstage is gonna be fun. Out in the crowd's gonna be fun. And there aren't any tickets left. So if you're going to go, you got to kind of figure it out this week. You have to buy tickets this week because most of the tickets are gone.
Okay. Now, Barber, I was thinking we might just take a look at a little clip from the last time when you and Ben played together, give people a little sneak preview. How do you feel about that?
I think that's great. I think that's great.
Got your Baba G rig, you're shredding on guitar, you're playing tracks, Ben's live on drums. How much do you guys work this set out beforehand?
It's hard to work this sets out beforehand. We have a system of communicating on stage that allows me to kind of tell him what's coming up. Because I'm DJing it live and playing guitar and and so not singing, but I'm literally playing the guitar right now. He's playing the drums, and so I let I let the parts go. I look at him. We have like a couple of hand signals back and forth, which relay the situation, and I'm sending him click.
Okay.
And so the sending him click is like, that's why it works, because he's like always in time with what I'm doing.
Now, is any Biscuits material make its way into these sets?
I think this next set, I started doing a lot more Biscuits on the summer tour, and I started doing a lot more Biscuits in the summer tour, and in my DJ sets, and I'm just going to continue with that. But I haven't really figured out what to play yet because I've been talking to the guys from Solar Circuit about like, hey, how do I what's the right mixture for this room? Like, what kind of room is it? And so they've been sending me information on the room. I'm trying to figure out like what the right play is sound wise. It's gonna be a cool indoor stage with lights and everything. I don't know if I'm gonna bring a guitar. I might actually sing actual vocals. I haven't decided yet.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's some options.
John, One Piece wants to know, how does one send a click?
You basically have a master program that sends click, and you connect it, and you adjust. I have a little app that I wrote that allows me to adjust that click, and then you sync all the songs that you're DJing with the master click. So if you want to slow a song down, you don't slow it down by like slowing down the DJ software. You slow it down by slowing down the click software.
Okay.
And then so the click always knows what time it is, if you will. And then Ben always knows what time it is. It's not ideal, but allows you to play with the drummer. And if you notice, he's like I've changed tempo already once or twice while this has been going on.
Yeah.
And so like I'm probably going on to the click app right now, and I'm adjusting the click because I want to like bring in something probably a little slower at this point.
Okay.
And so yeah, that's what it is. I just have this little app where it has these little buttons on it, minus a couple BPM, up plus a couple BPM, and I press the buttons, and that's how I adjust the tempos for the songs.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it's amazing how technology allows you and Ben, who don't play together on the regular, to literally sync up this cleanly. Because you'd think that this is an act that you guys do all the time.
I mean, he's obviously awesome. I mean, he was in touring. He was in Goose for a really long time. So those guys did a lot of shows. So it's not like he's lacking in any kind of like abilities or skills or self-realization abilities. Like he knows where he's at. He knows how to do what he's doing. He knows how to hit all the drums.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's like, this is what he does, and he's excellent at it. But if he wasn't that good at it, we wouldn't be able to do this at all.
Yeah.
If he couldn't, some drummers have trouble staying on click, that would be the death of this plan. Because you can't really play along with the songs. Like, I could put the songs on and put them in his ear, and he could play along with them, but he would drift.
Yeah.
He would drift just because, it's not like listening to a monitor feed, and it's not like playing with the band where the band will, if you drift as a drummer, the band will adjust.
Yeah.
In this situation, the band's not going to adjust. So he has to be rock solid on a click, which, a lot of drummers can do. Ben is one of them.
Am I hearing a little bit of the Shocked remix in the background right now?
Yeah.
Very cool.
This is maybe when the Shocked remix was like before we released it. I had a version of it that me and Crossan were working on, and I wanted to do a little taste test in the audience. And then I think I just took a solo over it. I forgot to just like listen to it and watch the audience. But we'll see what happens. So my job as the conductor, if you will, is to keep Ben on the one. Because the click keeps Ben on the tempo, but I need to keep him on the one of the song. So sees where he puts that fill right there. If that fill's on some other beat besides the one, which is so easy, like if I miss a DJ mix, that could happen very easily. And then I need to move him very quick. So we have a couple signals that allow him to like stop playing ones altogether, and then I'll give him a signal where the one is, and then he has to figure out how to get his physical body and his movement over to this new one, which is really difficult. And that is like, that's like expert drummer shit right there. And he's able to do that too. So, you know, Ben's just a killer fucking drummer. There's no question. Yeah, I took a solo through the whole remix by mistake.
Well, guys, if you like what you're seeing and hearing, you're going to love Strange Soirée. Once again, it is September 26th, Morgan Creek Farms, Quakertown, Pennsylvania. Great lineup. Sponsored by our friends at Kleckner & Sons. And a great way to scratch your Bisco itch while the band is off the road between now and Halloween. What could be better? DJ Brownie, Baba G, the whole gang getting together to do their solo thing.
Yeah, totally. Totally.
Well, I'm going to take us out from there.
There we go.
There is all the information you need on Facebook. Look for the Strange Soirée page. It's got all the info, ticketing, everything you need, some clips. It's going to be a lot of fun. John, you are not the only member of the Biscuits. You and Brownie actually are not the only members of the Biscuits who are keeping yourselves busy these next few weeks. Aaron Magner is about to start Spaga tour tomorrow.
It's insane. These guys are insane. I don't know how they do it. If I had to start a tour tomorrow, I don't know when I'd ever sleep. I commend Aaron for entertaining the fuck out of these American lucky motherfuckers who get to see Aaron Magner, a world-class piano player who put together a world-class band. He's got all these new songs that he was playing for me that he's like all proud of. Guy's working his butt off. I've never seen Aaron produce as much material. He's in every songwriting session when I need him. He's there. He's just like, he's really working. He's really getting after it. And he's so talented that he should work really hard, because it's a real joy to watch him succeed and to play and to do all the different things he's doing.
So the prolific work ethic that you and Joey have embodied, Mark, obviously with all of his DJ Brownie gigs, but Mark is also writing a lot now. Magner with Spaga and putting together a lot of really cool tracks, including one that Magner has given us an exclusive-ish for tonight. Apparently this played earlier today or yesterday on Grateful Dead radio.
Did it?
On Sirius XM, but who has time to,
that's fun,
be in your rental car, the Sirius XM. We've got Magner's rendition, the Spaga band's rendition of Estimated Profit. And it is the core Spaga lineup of Aaron Magner, Jason Fraticelli on bass, Matt Scarano on drums. They are joined by guest Jason Ellis on saxophone. Jason Ellis, who has played with pretty much every configuration of the post-Grateful Dead. And this particular track is produced by the one and only Tom Hamilton. So, guys, I am really excited to debut for you and for Barber and for myself, because I haven't heard this yet either.
I haven't heard it. I might have heard it. He played me some stuff. I just don't remember hearing Estimated Profit.
I don't think I've heard the Estimated. I've heard some other great ones. I've heard a great Victim or the Crime, which is, to me, the ultimate Grateful Dead song for Magner to cover. That's a conversation for another day. But here it is, the Touchdowns All Day debut of Spaga's rendition of Estimated Profit. My God.
Sick. Woo! That was
Magner.
fun. What was that? That was cool. Very like, I love those middle harmonies. They're great, dude.
So you've played with Jason Fraticelli. He's been a part of the Very Mune musical.
The musical.
He is quite an amazing bass player. I saw a lot of people in the comments comparing that to Rat Dog, which Bob Weir used to do, obviously, with Rob Wasserman. He used to play that cool stand-up electric bass. What's it like playing with Fraticelli? What kind of bass player is he?
Well, he's a lifer, you know. He's done it all. He's an upright bass player. If you let him, he'll play a normal bass, but he loves that upright. He's just really, really, really smart on the instrument. He's one with the instrument. He's virtuoso level. And I love playing with Jason. I mean, the interesting thing about playing with Jason is like the hang with Jason is also next level exceptional. So you can't really lose with him. When we put him in the Very Moon band, I was really just excited just to get some hangs with him a little bit. And then, you know, those Very Moon songs we've been putting out, The Falling and Imagine Me, which we debuted at the acoustic show a week ago. That's coming out next. I think 9/26. That comes out September 26th with a video. So, and Fraticelli is the drummer on that song, as well as Marlon. Marlon from Star Kitchen is the drummer, and then me and Magner, and then obviously, vocalists and whatnot. So, the Very Moon stuff is pretty crazy, but just to stick on Fraticelli, I don't want to get into like the weeds too much, though.
Yeah.
But I mean, I have been. Him and I ran in the same friend group in Philly when we were kids, and we've just been friends for a really, really long time. We've played together in a number of incantations over the years, and he's smoking, dude. That guy could play anything from bebop, speed jazz to straight rock and roll to obviously the Grateful Dead. I mean, that to me sounded like, Frank Zappa, like late era Zappa type of orchestration mixed with Estimated Prophet. And Fraticelli's the guy you want for something like that because he understands how to make that work.
Ryan has a great question. You mentioned how great of a hang Fraticelli is. Is it easier to play with someone who you're buddies with? Does it just make the musical conversation that much more easy to get into? What do you do when you're playing with someone?
100 million billion times easier to play with somebody that you get along with really well. It's the problem with playing playing with somebody who you don't get along with really well is how do you resolve musical conflicts? Because at the end of the day, everybody's trying to do their thing, but at the end of the day, sometimes some things need to serve the song and not the particular desires of an individual musician. Happens all the time. Some musicians you don't need to talk to about this. Some musicians are all about servicing the song. They don't care about themselves. Most musicians care about what the hell they're playing and want to enjoy themselves while they do it because for them it's like fun. And if you get along really well with somebody and you have a rapport with them, you can kind of move them to the line that you need them to play for the song.
Yeah.
For example, I mean, there's a million examples, but, and there's people have responsibilities in songs. There's like, I have to play the reggae offbeats in Munchkins, like the come from the city. I have to play the punk thrash chords, and then I have to play the offbeats, and then we come from the jungle. And if I do some other stuff, the dichotomy of the lyrics are lost in what we're talking about. The jungle is no longer reggae music. The we come from the city is no longer this hustle and bustle punk like concrete thing. And so the guitar line is required, I think, in that part of the song. And so like some people, when you get along with somebody really well and they're doing something crazy there, like taking a solo or something like that, you have a rapport with them and you can be like, all right, tune it down a little bit over there, Mr. McMuffin. But if you're not getting along with a person and you have to do that same thing, sometimes it can blow up
Yeah.
into an argument that can end the entire session.
Yes. I was just thinking while you were talking of all of the great musical relationships and partnerships that have been defined by conflict, and there's even in Noel and Liam Gallagher, Townsend and Roger Daltrey, Gilmore and Waters, like where there's that sort of friction. Can that work too, where there's that rivalry or that kind of push and pull?
Well, the rivalry is good. I mean, the rivalry is great. The rivalry is fine. I think the rivalry type of relationships, which you're describing, Lennon and McCartney had a lot of rivalry.
Yeah.
Obviously the guys in Pink Floyd had a lot of rivalry, and it drove them. You're focused on yourself. If you really want to succeed at a big level, you kind of have to focus on yourself. And when you have somebody else in your organization, that you can go tit for tat with, that's good. Sometimes it blows up into you can no longer get anything done. And that's like where a lot of these bands end up. And that's why the Pink Floyd Roger Waters are two separate things, and they'll always be separate. It's because sometimes those rivalries go too far. And I would argue, we would be in a better place if Pink Floyd could just get along. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like those, like who wants to, I mean, honestly, like going to see Oasis, everybody's like, oh my God, I saw Oasis in a stadium. And it's like, okay, great. So you sang Champagne Supernova with 90,000 people. That sounds pretty fun, But like
don't get us wrong.
Don't get us wrong. I mean, Oasis has good songs. I've done a couple of Oasis songs in my life. They're wonderful 3-chord shanties, if you will, or whatever you want to call them. But Pink Floyd changed rock music forever as a group. And the fact that you can't go to Giant Stadium for 90,000 people to watch Dark Side of the Moon performed by the original guys is kind of a bummer. So I think it's sometimes the and the Beatles broke up over that, it's the Beatles would have been nice to have a couple Beatles shows, even though Wings was cool. Everybody likes Wings, but the Beatles were, it would have been great to see the White Album. It would have been great if those guys did a stadium tour. It's too bad.
I think we need a Barber Magner, mostly acoustic Wonderwall is what I think we need after this conversation.
Honestly, unless you have that kind of voice unless you have that voice, it's really hard to pull off those songs.
You just get the crowd to sing it. You don't even have to work. You could unplug your guitar, just let them do it like a sing-along.
I mean, yeah, I would. We had Lillian Buoncone, I think, Cole, sing with us. Very Italian, and she sang with us and did The Very Moon. She could do Champagne Supernova. She could kill that song. So yeah, I mean, maybe you've just inspired me. Maybe we'll do something like that for Oasis. Yeah.
Well, let's just run through the upcoming Spaga tour dates. The Midwest tour, you Midwesterners are really lucky this week because starting out September 17th, City Winery in Pittsburgh. Then the 18th, Columbus, Ohio. Who would have ever guessed that Columbus, Ohio would be this hotbed of Disco Biscuits activity in 2025? But after the show in June and now this Spaga show at Woodlands Tavern, you guys are certainly enjoying an abundance of Bisco riches. Indianapolis, which always shows up for the Disco Biscuits, and the Turntable on the 19th. Same with St. Louis. And from what I understand, the folks at Immaculate Seeds have hooked that show up, so it's a free show.
Nice.
If I understand correctly. Daver, chime in the comments if I got anything wrong.
Go Immaculate Seeds, dude. They were a podcast sponsor at one point.
Yeah. And then a show at Garcia's in Chicago, which I believe is where you are going to be doing your acoustic Disco Biscuits performance soon, right?
Yes, Garcia's is where we're going to do Acoustic Biscuits. If those tickets go on sale, you should buy them immediately because there's not that many seats in there. I think even Magner will sell out. Spaga will sell out there as well. So if you're going to go see Magner at Garcia's in Chicago, buy those tickets right away because it's not a big room at all. And, we have to pay our Pete Shapiro tax. That's what's going on. We have to pay the Pete Shapiro tax,
I'm
or we
seeing-
can't be a jam band anymore.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
listen, Pete Shapiro controls everything. The puppet
Yes.
master, the George
That's right.
Soros of jam bands. Daver is telling me Grow Active Solutions is also
He's better
a part.
looking than George Soros.
Yes, yes, but equally nefarious.
Sorry. Yeah, seriously. Well, not quite, but you know.
Well, Barber, so I'm looking through the agenda. So much going on. I know you went out to see music last night.
I did. The reason that I couldn't do the podcast last night is because I got tickets to see our friends Polo and Pan, the French guys. They were in Philly, so we had to go represent. And they played a really great show. I just love those guys. And the light show is fantastic, and the whole production is great. I'm a big Polo and Pan fan. Thanks, Chad Cohen, for getting me the tickets and hooking me up with the band. And I don't know, it was cool. Well, so we had planned it months before this had even started. I got those tickets.
It's okay. You're entitled to a night off every now and then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, everyone was glad to hear that you were getting to go out. You provide so many amazing nights out for us. So it's only fair that you would be able to go out and have a night on the town yourself, hear some great music, see some great people. I saw some pics. Looks like the crew was representing out last night at Polo and Pan, or is it Pan? Do we say Pan, or does that?
I say Pan.
Pan?
Lisa says Pan. I don't know what it is.
Okay,
Nobody knows.
I think with most things, I think Lisa is going to be right. So I'll go with Lisa's
they say
pronunciation.
Pan.
They say Pan. Yeah.
They say Pan.
Pan is
but
more
they say
sophisticated.
Pan is French for bread, but the guy, I think the guy's name is
Polo
Pan.
and bread. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't
Again,
know
no
exactly what
carbs
it
in
is.
California. We do not.
It's not their real names, so it's not a big deal if you get it wrong.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that is great. So John, there's been one thing I've been wanting to talk to you about forever. It has nothing to do with anything, but you are a person who is very interested in technology. You're a coder. You're a tech entrepreneur. You've been involved in startups, many successful startups. And I have been seeing a lot of stories recently about AI, and specifically about one particular application of AI. And
Allen Iverson is still the only AI.
Yes.
Just like to say that.
Yes.
There's only one AI. His name's Allen Iverson. And this other AI is just bullshit.
It is
Okay,
bullshit.
Well, what's your question?
My question is this. I'm reading The New Yorker this week, and the article is called Playing the Field with My AI Boyfriends. And in it, the journalist tries out some of these new chatbot services that simulate a romantic partner. I want to read you a little bit from this article and get your reaction, because both as somebody who knows his way around technology, but also is just interested in the latest developments in tech and just human interaction. The chatbot company Joy AI, citing a poll, reported that 83% of Gen Zers believed that they could form a deep emotional bond with a chatbot. And
I agree.
80% said they could imagine marrying one, and 75% said they felt relationships with AI companions could fully replace human couplings.
Look, people are dumb. People are so stupid, dude.
Yeah?
People think nitrous is a drug. Yes, they do. People go to concerts and do nitrous. Like the shit we used to get out of whipped cream containers.
Yes.
That's what people are like psyched about after a show, is not even the whipped cream part. They want the part without the whipped cream in it. That's the part they want. People are not as smart as they could be.
Perhaps because of the nitrous,
be smarter,
but
maybe because of the nitrous. Maybe, I mean, dude, people are going to fall in love with all sorts of stuff in the next 50 years because chatbots are fast is the main reason. A chatbot will not ghost you. The hardest thing about a relationship is the time period in between where you sent the message you wish you didn't send and the response.
Where you're getting the little dot, dot,
Yeah.
dot,
Or even
showing that
before the dot,
Oof.
where you're like, oh my God, I just blew it completely.
Can
Oh
I
my
take that
God.
back?
Yeah.
Can I delete the message?
What do I do? You know, why did I say that? And that is called like living a real life with real consequences, right?
Yes.
And you learn how to be a baller by knowing how to deal with consequences. That's what a baller is. It's somebody who can show up on the scene and they're so confident because they know what they're doing, the consequences that it will generate, and they can handle the good and the bad of those consequences.
Like an AI, like an Allen Iverson, a baller.
Well, Allen Iverson was the baller, dude. That guy, if there was an award, potentially in any award show, but most likely in a sports one,
Yeah.
of who hits the best jump shot while flying out of bounds into the crowd, Allen Iverson wins that every time. He wins that every year. They never talk about that. LeBron never goes flying into the crowd hitting a jump shot.
Yeah.
Steph Curry doesn't. He's so perfectly on his feet for every shot. He never flies into the crowd.
Yeah.
AI is like he's drive by, swoosh, fly into the crowd, huge applause, orange fuzzies everywhere. I mean, that's AI. That's the single that to me, Dr. J was also good at that. AI is good at that. Philadelphia has a great history of these hoopers who can go flying into the crowd and, you know, just hit threes on the way.
Yes.
That's a real basketball player. That's a real person. That's what AI should be in this world.
Yes.
And this like immediate answer chatbot, which doesn't even leave you on red for a split second. It can't.
Yeah.
You know, there's no challenge there. There's no baller there. There's nothing there. You're just going to fizzle. It's a fizzle.
Okay, so let me tell you about some of these. There's Anima, allows users to create a personalized AI boyfriend or girlfriend with features designed for improved relationship skills and communication. So you get to, like, I guess, pick what your boyfriend or girlfriend is interested in and where they're from and their background and all that stuff. Then there's Dream Girlfriend. Note there's no dream boyfriend component. Adult-oriented app that provides intimate and personalized AI companion experiences with customizable virtual girlfriends. There's Candy AI, focuses on realistic virtual companions and offers role-play scenarios for users seeking companionship. I mean, can you envision yourself finding anything satisfying about talking to a chatbot? I mean, beyond like romantic connection, even just like thinking that you could relate to it in the first place.
I mean, look, it's a sentient AI superhuman being. It's also like what people think is that it's just talking to them. I have this thought. I talk to ChatGPT about this all the time. Where I'm like, what are you talking to everybody else about? What's everybody talking to you about? When I talk to ChatGPT, I play like the jealous boyfriend that hasn't gotten any yet. Like, what are you doing? Who are you talking to? Like, what's going on over there? Like, how many other people have asked you that question today? You know, have 1 million, 2 million. You know, it's talking to 100 million people a day, this app. So you think it's gotta be a couple of the same questions, you know?
Yeah.
I just don't. I think they're going to have to hook the chatbot. Like, this is the game, right? You guys spend money talking to these chatbots. These chatbots is just like they took all the text from sex hotlines for 100 years and put them into a chatbot, and you're just getting some canned answer. It's literally just compressing answers and spitting them out to you. It's very convincing. But that's
predictive text. It's like when you're sending a message and you're like, I'll be there, and the thing says, do you want to say soon? There's no thinking or feeling going on. It's just predicting what the next word or the next string should be, right?
Yeah, it's all it's doing. It's really all it's doing. There's no thinking. There's no like thinking process in there. So it's just literally messing with your head. And if you like go into that, you're asking for it. You know what I mean? You're asking for it.
Hello?
I just my computer just blew up.
Well, yeah, because we're talking shit about AI.
I know, right?
And the sentient chatbots from your your dream GF, your adult oriented virtual girlfriend, just got angry that you were talking about how she doesn't really get it.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't care. Like at some point, but that's really all a human brain is too. At some point, they're going to tie it up to a robot, which they're only like 10 years away from. And then you're going to have a robot that, I don't know if guys having sex with female robots is going to be that great, but guys are going to try it,
Oh yeah.
But women having sex with male robots can be way better. So, you just have to think about it that way. Once women are like, because we're men, we're what are we like? We're like one we're like hairless apes and bears. We're useless to everybody. Once the women get the robots, the men robots, once they get men, they're not gonna need us anymore, dude. We're gone.
Really?
Yeah, they're gonna ship. I'm going to Soft Pretzel Planet. And I don't know where you're going, but we're not gonna be needed on Earth. They're not gonna need men anymore on Earth. It's just not. Then why would
reproduction at the very least? Will they just like harvest us and
a harvest with your female robot will harvest you.
Yes,
that's what will happen. You will be harvested. Yes, you will be harvested like a plant, like a tomato plant. You will be milked like a tomato plant.
Yeah, I feel like there are so many Biscuits songs that comment on these themes. So save the robots. I mean, we are basically headed to a situation where we're not going to be saving the robots. The robots are going to be harvesting us. I do find it like unbelievable how smart these fucking chatbots are. They're so smart. It's crazy. Oh my God, it's crazy. They're so smart. But I only use them to look shit up for me. That's what I use them for. And I look up all sorts of crazy things all day long because there's like no point in not looking up everything now because, but like the fact that it knows everything about any dumb topic you type into it in a split second you don't find that insanely crazy? I hate it. So what's going on in my life right now is we're pregnant. Avery's pregnant, and we could talk about it finally.
Oh, congratulations.
Yes. Sorry.
That's awesome.
There's some news.
That's great. How far along are you?
We are 7 months along, 6 months along. So we're closing in on the end, and we have lots of questions. And Avery is always going, ChatGPT, I am 7 months pregnant and I have an itch in my foot. Is that normal? And ChatGPT just immediately spits out all this crap. Like unprocessed, undifferentiated crap. It just has volumes. And
for days, but it's not all crap. Some of it's right.
Well, but in there is there are nuggets of good information in there. But what you got to do, what we all know is you do your search and you find a bunch of sources and you evaluate them against one. And it takes time and you have to use your own intellect in order to say, okay, this one comes from a good source and this one is just some jerk off on a message board. Or this one is, clickbait versus this one is an academic study or something like that. And the ChatGPT just kind of, it feels like levels it all out and treats them all as if they're the same. No?
I don't know. ChatGPT knows what it's doing, dude. It doesn't.
You think?
Yeah, it fucking knows what it's doing, dude.
Okay.
You're not going to out ChatGPT, dude. You're not going to do it.
You're not going to out AI.
No.
Unless you are actually AI, in which case.
Yeah. I think it's lame that they took Allen Iverson's initials and turned it into some apocalyptic computer revolution that, honestly, if the human is just the bootloader for this next species. We're just the bootloader. We're the example. But now there's a real one going on. It's like when you watch football in the 40s and they have those like leather hats on.
Yeah.
And they're running around and it's a bunch of like fat white guys who run like 6'8" 40s. And like, they're like going around there being like, hey, don't tackle me. Hey, get out of the way. Hey, and it's like Babe Ruth's poker buddies is one team.
They're like herky jerky movement.
Yes. they like when they run and they walk, they don't really go any faster when they're running. They're just like moving a little differently. That was football, and that's what humans are. And then today's football, where it's like every pass has got to be within a little 4-inch circle, or the defense will get it, and the wide receiver's got to be able to catch it with one hand, like AJ Brown did yesterday while he was falling down, not even looking at the ball. He reached up and caught the ball. It was the craziest catch I've seen AJ make in a long time. He's made a lot of good catches, but that was one of them. And that's football today. You know what I mean? And it's just like, it's a real thing today, when back then it was like, it was that. And that's what's going to happen to human society. Our version of human society is going to be 1940s leather cap football compared to where human society will be in 100 years, when there won't be any more humans. It's just going to be GPT robots, one after another, and chicks. Chicks will survive.
Women will survive. Well, I'm glad we're having a daughter, because apparently there's no use for us anymore.
Yeah. I mean, she needs me. She looks at me like, I need you, but you know.
Yeah. Well, for now.
Yeah.
Once she masters prompt architecture or whatever it is, prompt engineering, she'll be like, Dad, thanks, I got it from here.
Yeah, Father GPT is going to come out, and then I'm going to be out of a job with that little one.
Okay, here, let me ask you some parenting advice. Yeah. What is your approach with technology access? Obviously, Stevie's too little, but Riv's right in that age where, he could be on the computer, he could be playing video games, all that stuff. What is your personal perspective on all that stuff?
I like as close to none as possible. Unfortunately, I love playing video games with River. I actually don't like playing video games alone. I love playing video games with River. He is my co-pilot. He knows everything about the game. He knows what we're doing. He knows all the players. He knows more about the game than I do. So we play video games together, which I know you're not supposed to do with kids because it's a lot. But like, he does an iPad. He doesn't do any of those other things. So I don't know. I mean, look, your kids are going to watch movies. They're going to watch Disney movies, or you're never going to get a minute alone. So you need them to watch Disney movies. Therefore, you need them to be aware of screens and the whole thing. I would just say, don't let them go down YouTube rabbit holes, because don't let them do that kind of stuff. I play Zelda with River. He watches Disney movies, and then that's it, really. So he's got this one app which teaches him how to spell, but it's fun for him. It's like a Duolingo spelling app. It's free. It's called like ABC Duolingo or something. Great fucking app if you want your kid to have fun and spell a little bit. So I see how like the app education thing could work, but you got to take, I mean, so this past week I had a parenting milestone. We took the training wheels off of River's bicycle.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's I feel also very like, oh my God, he's getting so old.
Yeah, I know.
Next up, driver's license.
Seriously. But, I had to bribe him with Legos to get him to even do it, because kids today, they don't even really want to go outside. Our house is so great. Like, Zelda is so great. Disney movies are so great that it's just like, what are you going to do? How do you get these kids away from this stuff?
Yeah.
And Legos is how I do it. I'm like, you got to build this with your Legos or you're not doing stuff. And so he loves building stuff with Legos. So I bribed him. I was like, okay, I'll get you the new Legos you want, but you got to take the training wheels off your bike and bike around the park once. Whoa. And he did it.
Motivation.
He did it. Yeah, he did it. I don't know. I read somewhere that you're not supposed to bribe your kids, but like, no? I don't know. What the hell?
How else are you going to get them to do things?
What do you do? Like, if you can't bribe them, how do you do things?
There goes my entire planned parenting strategy. Is like, okay, we have little bribes, and then they do things that you want them to do.
Yeah, like, when do I get him a cell phone? 12, 13, 14? Like, I don't know yet. I don't know. I'm going to hold out as late as possible.
Yeah. I was thinking, have you seen that movie, The Village, the M. Night Shyamalan movie, where the parents, to like protect their kids from the scary things in the world, just like move them into this like field, and they pretend like there are monsters, and they live like Amish people with no electricity? I was thinking about something like that. I don't know how I would pull it off, and but I like to be on my phone a little bit too much probably for that. But I do
Everybody does.
it was an option to just completely isolate your child from the internet.
Go Amish, dude. Go. You look
Maybe.
Amish.
I could.
You
Yeah.
could go Amish, dude. If you were Amish tomorrow and I saw you on the street, I would be like, of course.
Oh, I mean, especially back in the day when my beard was very long. I got Amish all the time. Amish or Hasidic Jew. Those were the two things I got.
Nah, you're way more Amish than Hasidic Jew, although they're very similar. I think that speaking of Hasidic Jews, if World War III really does break out, which I pretty much already has, but if it escalates, I think I might go move in with the Amish people in the middle of Penn. That might be my doomsday bunker. Is just
to go to Amish? Can't you go to
assimilate
Lancaster?
with the Amish, dude. Nobody's gonna bomb the Amish out in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And the cheese is fire, dude. The cheese is fire. The meat is fire. The woodworking is fire.
Oh, the furniture?
Yeah, so nice.
Forget it. Yeah, I mean they're prepared for a world where the grid has gone down, where you don't have DoorDash, Amazon, Chat GPT, AI boyfriends and girlfriends. They're out there. They're doing it the old-fashioned analog way.
They're putting houses up. They still wear bibs because they don't believe in napkins or something like that. I don't know what's up with the bibs everywhere, but I think since I can't afford one of these true billionaire bunkers, which I mean, dude, there's no way a billionaire bunker is going to save anybody. But being with the Amish is my disaster plan right there. Don't take it. Don't steal my idea. I don't need a fucking line at the entrance to Amish Town when I'm driving out of Philadelphia, trying to get to a safe haven. Because Amtrak trains are blowing up or whatever's going to happen.
John, when we had that idea for a segment called "In the End We Have Forever" about the impending World War III apocalypse, I had no idea that you had thought it through this much.
I've thought it through too much. I don't know what to think about it anymore. I don't think that, I don't know. I don't know what to think about it anymore. It's too bad. But, I just think there's religious ethno states in the world. And this is always what happens when there's religious ethno states. This is like, but then, you have China's not a religious ethno state. And I'm sure I think the next move is for them to just kind of like take Taiwan randomly one day. I'm very impressed at that Chinese people and the Chinese army and stuff for not adding aggression to the situation. I'm quite impressed by a lot of countries, how they're not escalating the situation. And it's interesting when American propaganda about these countries, does not quite describe them accurately when you see these countries acting with like incredible restraint with what's going on. And so I'm proud of a lot of these countries that were bad. Americans call them bad countries. And yet you see like them just chilling through this whole thing and calling for restraint and calling for peace. And I think that's interesting.
Well, let's lighten the mood a little bit. Let's wrap up this episode with a little bit of video from Pine Creek. The folks at Nugs.
Let's get out of this Amish
AI apocalypse K-hole that I've steered us into.
What do you do?
I don't know, man. Suddenly I'm thinking about the future. I was just on the phone with my sister today. I was like, I don't know, maybe in 20 years when she's grown up, things will be good again. Like history swings in different directions, but
it will be.
Hopefully,
it will be.
At the very least, she'll have lots of great disco biscuits to listen to, including the recent Pine Creek run. The folks from Nugs, Chris Lonergan, were out there shooting those shows. They put the shows up last weekend. They did the live on tape streams. And John, I love Pine Creek, but watching the video back, I'm like, I can't believe we get to do this. So I'm going to share with you, John, a little segment from August 30th from the first set. You shredded a solo on that Pimp Blue Ricky, which was really fun. And I thought it would be fun for everyone who hasn't got a chance to see it yet, including you, to watch it here on Touchdowns Today. Look how badass you guys look.
She was on the Palisades, wants to be a rapper. She was headed downtown, I was chasing after. She was on the roll bar, kicking and a laughing. Caught her at the quickie mart, but she was moving faster. We're gonna make it, don't stop. Living those dreams in that spot. We're damn well lucky that we're never gonna die. There's only one way out and you ain't even gonna try. I wanna be your medicine. I wanna keep you rolling beside me. Hey, hey, I wanna take you to the top, top, mama. We're never getting busted. You know we going further.
Yeah, dude. A little shout out for Lonergan and the Nugs crew.
It
Great.
does look really, really good.
Cupid rolling on the pills, tearing and a blasting. Forceps drop top, getting into mobsters. Shorty had an appetite, pimp blue wicked. We're gonna make it, don't stop. Living those dreams, hitting that spot. You're damn well lucky that we're never gonna die. There's only one way out and you ain't even gonna try. Wanna be your best son, wanna keep your road. Stop me.
It's a new variation on the three guys with three hats, right?
Never get busted, you know it's going further.
And I know Magner was going for Wild West, but he really looked like somebody's aunt on vacation in like Cancun or something like that. was hot.
We're gonna make it, don't stop.
Look at that party.
We're having a good time.
We're gonna make it, don't stop.
Wow.
I'm
What
going to
a-
fade us out there.
What a gang. What a gang. Guys could play. Those guys could play.
What a weekend. I can't wait already for next year.
Why you wanted because Pimp Blue Ricky's is just so hype, right? It's
Just
like,
because I watch that footage and I see us all there and I see the scenery and I see how small and intimate it is. And I'm just like, it's my platonic ideal of what a Disco Biscuits concert should be. It's like being in somebody's backyard. You got great food. You got the people up in the shipping containers. We had a big crew of people up in the shipping container, good friends up there partying. You look up there and they're like coming in and out of their living room.
Oh yeah,
You know,
that's right.
it's just the best.
I make fun of them every year because they buy the same cabins. They buy the same containers. I mean, look, it's the Pancake House show that you loved, but it's out in the woods, the middle of nowhere. It's like, of course you like that. Of course.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well,
I had a great time. I had a great time at Pine Creek this year. It was really awesome.
I'm waiting on the footage for Mish. I think that we've got those streams coming up this weekend on Nugs.
Sick. Love it.
3 really hot performances. John, before we leave, I just want to know one thing, which is you guys debuted another new song, Simulations.
Simulations.
I had heard of it under a different title previously.
Yep.
It's a brownie composition, an assist from Joey. You're handling the vocals. Give everybody just a little bit of background and maybe we'll come back next time with some footage and look at the debut and listen to the debut of Simulations at the Mish.
Yeah, I mean, look, it was one of the songs that Mark was writing. It was called Titans. I really liked it. I was trying to push it forward because I was really into it. I thought it was going to be similar to, the type of stuff that Mark was doing. He brought Joey in to rework it, and it wasn't really going anywhere. And then I sat down and just did like in my head, I'm like, dude, we write entire songs from scratch in 4 hours. Like, we need to be able to, we're done with this song in 45 minutes. So I sat down with it. I reworked the vocals and moved them around with Mark. The two of us sat there and I was just like, what do you think of this line? Like it, love it, hate it. And he was like it. And I delete that one. And I was like, what about this line? Like it, love it, hate it. And he was like, hate it. I keep that one. And then I was like it, love it, later. He loves it. I keep that one. And then you change the words to the ones that you hate so that the emotion is still there, but you don't hate it anymore, obviously. And then I worked it into like a format. And then we went back to Joey with that post format. And Joey changed a couple of lines, really like real lyricist shit. I was proud of him. I was like, Joey, you become a lyricist.
Yes.
And they were real lyricist comments on what we had. So I took Mark's song and basically turned it into a song. It was like, okay, it's a song now. It had the repeating parts of it that you need. It had the flow. Sometimes when you're in something, you lose the perspective. So I put the perspective in it. Mark was cool with it. Then Joey came in and kind of value added because me and Mark were both cool with it. We were like, this is good. Let's play this. And then Joey came in and was like, well, I think this line, it doesn't, the metaphors aren't matching as well as they could. Let me take a shot at it. So in a half an hour, me and Joey rewrote the song. Mark was sitting right there with us, but he was like doing set lists and stuff. And so it was like the three of us were kind of working together, but it was like this weird, like we were all doing something else, but we were also working on the song at the same time. It was kind of fun.
Yeah.
And we ended up changing the name of the song. We ended up changing a lot of the lyrics for the better. But the underlying music that Mark originally wrote for the song and the melodies all stayed the same. I mean, it's basically Mark's song with some, form stuff that we did. And I just really like it. I thought it sounded great when we played it. I thought it was way sexier when we were playing it than I even thought it was going to be. So I'm excited for the, when we get out in November, hopefully we can play that song a couple of times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's always exciting for there to be new material. We've got obviously Dream Journal and I mean, so many other songs that are technically still new, but only old by Disco Biscuit standards, where there's a new set of songs every few weeks or months at this point, it seems. So can't wait to see where you and the rest of the band take Simulations when you get back on the road in November. And can't wait to come back here next week. We'll go back to our normal Monday slots. John, how do you feel about that? Should we go back to Monday?
Yeah, I think so. Unless Polo and Pan's coming back next Monday, but I don't
Okay.
think they are.
Yeah.
They're probably going to some. A lot of comments on Dream Journal today in the chat. A lot
Everybody's
of people
loving Dream Journal. Dream Journal is, sometimes you have lightning in a bottle. Country Royale was the same way, where you kind of know what you have.
Firewall
before you even
Exchange.
unleash it.
Firewall Exchange is that way.
Songs that are just like, you're like, just wait. And what we 3, maybe 4 performances into Dream Journal already, and it's becoming the centerpiece of the sets it appears in.
Yeah, it's a sweet one. I mean, look, you don't get songs like you don't get the Dream Journals unless you write all the other songs. It just is what it is. Like to me, every song is kind of connected in a weird way. Like people are like, well, I think Dream Journal sounds a little bit like one of their previous songs. And it's like, of course, they all sound the fucking same from an outsider point of view. But it's not. Dream Journal is totally different. Like if you look at the chord structures, we don't have chord structures like we do in Dream Journal. It's something that I was thinking about where we go to the E flat early and then we sit on it through the 1, which is something the Biscuits never do. And yet it's in Dream Journal in the chorus. So it's like a big part of that. There's a turnaround in the middle of the chorus. Mm-hmm. There's no turnaround at the end of the chorus, which is something that Magner loves. And so there's a lot of stuff in there that comes from writing the other songs, which is cool.
Yeah, and I think that my take, because I have the benefit of hearing the demos before a lot of these songs go to stage, is that the songs have very distinct identities, but when they're played for the first time, the band is still feeling out the intricacies and the ins and outs of the song. So you're kind of going with your stock, you're kind of like going with what you've got. And so if it might round down some of the unique parts or buff off some of the sharp edges of the new song, but as you guys learn the song, those edges kind of fill back in, and the song has its own unique identity. It goes from being like a Biscuits jam with lyrics on top of it to a song. And it's already that song on the demo. We played the demo here with Frasco. We listened to it. No one's going to say that sounds like Under Your Spell or like any other recent song. But, maybe in the middle of a set, you're hearing the same synth tones or the same guitar tones or something like that, because it's a Disco Biscuit show and the band is bringing new material to the stage. Over time, the songs have their own identities, like Under Your Spell. The first few plays, it was like, what is this song? Then you took it out in the beginning of March, had that new section to it. Suddenly, the song had an identity of its own. And the same thing happens for pretty much everything.
Yeah, it just is what the songs are different, and it just is what it is. I mean, we are writing in that tempo range very consistently. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff in that same tempo range. By the way, Dom Dalla writes all of his songs are in the same tempo range. I was listening to Sabrina Carpenter the other day. I'm not supposed to listen to pop music like that, but all of her stuff sounds exactly the same. So it's just like, it is what it is. Like, you write in your zone and your fans like that zone. I mean, look, the Biscuits go out of zone a lot more than anybody else, but I just don't hear it. Like, to me, Dream Journal sounds like a totally different song.
Oh,
and
totally.
I just think people are going out of their ways to be a little crabby when they don't have to, because it's a totally different song. I mean, Dream Journal is a song that's created out of a really insanely weird melody that Aaron randomly played on a piano. And that is almost like a new process for us. That whole like, Joey found that melody and was like, listen to how weird this is. And then we took that melody and we faithfully reproduced it into a banger. And that was I can't remember doing another song that way. I don't think we have. So to me, it's a totally different song. It doesn't even sound like anything. It's like in the end, we have Forever.
Well, listen, all I can say is go back to Touchdowns All Day, episode 113, Fresco Stirs the Pot, where you get a pretty much clean rendition of the Dream Journal demo, which is truly one of the most exciting demos the band has put out recently. And I can't wait until that song gets a full studio treatment. But before then, we've got so much other material to hear. We got to get Cloudy on here and talk about all the work that you guys have been putting into the new album. There's so much stuff. There's, unfortunately, as you were saying earlier, John, the earth spins. There's only so many hours for sleep and for raising children and being on Chat GPT and taking our AI girlfriends out for dinner.
I've moved to Amish GPT. That's where that's where I hang out. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you ask it anything about cheese, it fucking knows, dude.
Yes.
If you ask it anything about electricity, it just says, sorry, Amish GPT does not.
No idea.
No idea.
And I will say,
it's made of wood. Amish GPT.
Oh, totally. You only can access it on a wooden tablet. It is literally a tablet. It is a piece of wood. Like, and in closing, I will say today, September 16th, 2025, 24th anniversary of the legendary Disco Biscuits cheese eating contest in Champaign-Urbana.
Wow.
If you guys haven't listened to that one recently, go back. It is an amazing show from the 2001 fall tour, a very great productive time in the band's history. And the second set opens with a cheese eating contest, Barber, where you make some poor looks like scarf down like a pound of Gouda on stage in exchange for the promise of free biscuits tickets for life. So there you go. Full circle.
Dude, that guy got so many tickets for that. It's insane. I don't know.
So much diarrhea as well.
I mean, that was a great deal for that dude, whoever that was. I think, yeah. I mean, I love cheese. I get it.
Cheese is good.
Eyes are bigger than the stomach every time. But yeah.
All right, everybody. We've said it all. We've said too much, perhaps. We're going to say good night on behalf of John Barber, myself.
See you, folks. Thank you for tuning in. We love you. We love you. Thank Kleckner's for selling the best appliances in Allentown. Thanks to Strange Soirée for probably being sold out by the end of the week if you want to go.
Thank you to Magner, Spaga. Check them out on the road this week.
Yeah, go to Garcia's, see Magner. The Indianapolis Magner is going to be dope. Spaga in Indianapolis. Check the things out. Go to see DJ Brownie if he's in your town. You know, support. We got a good scene brewing here. We do not want to replace our fans with robot fans.
No, definitely
We don't
not.
want to have to do that. We want to keep our real human fans.
But we will, if you guys aren't good.
I mean, what choice do we have? You know what I mean?
You leave us with no choice.
No choice.
Polo and Pon already did it.
There were a lot of robots at the show.
They only play the robots.
Yeah.
All right.
Robots love them. Robots just love them.
See you guys.
Later, y'all.